Congratulations. You are about to embark on the best days of your life. I know it doesn't feel like that right now because you're sat there waiting to hear from them, crying, eating Ben and Jerry's ice cream, feeling sorry for yourself because you're in the middle of a breakup. You've just had a breakup, you're in no contact, whatever the case may be. But rest assured, baby girl, baby boy, I got you. These are the exact steps that you are going to take to become unrecognizable. Truly though, whether you want to get them back, or whether you want someone brand new, or whether you just want to do you for a while. This is the only video you're ever going to need to watch to get over them and get back to your best self. In fact, even better than you've ever been. Breakups may actually just be the best thing to ever happen to a human being, especially men. And the reason that I say this is because it lights a rocket inside of you. Maybe not initially, of course. You've got to go through the motions, the tears, the Haagen-Dazs, the crying to your friends, the moping around, not going to the gym. We all got to go through that. But then there's a switch and you're like, hang on a minute. And you use that fuel to turn into an absolute beast. And the reason why I say it's the best thing to ever happen to a man is because usually they will get into the gym and get into the best goddamn shape of their life. And it's truly the fuel that helps people build empires. So these are the exact things that I would stop doing, first of all. And then we're going to go into the things that you should immediately begin doing. Stop, please, for the love of God, stop checking their Instagram, their Snapchat scores, their followers, their last seen on WhatsApp. I've done it all, okay? Honestly, when I say, please have some self-respect, I wish someone had told me at the time. To be honest, I don't think I'd have even listened to them because it's like, I need to check their following and create stories that don't even make sense and have absolutely no ground in my mind to help justify how I'm feeling. For example, you'd go on their following and be like, see, it's obviously her. He's with her right now. That's why his last scene on WhatsApp was like 12 o'clock at night. He's with someone else, right? You create these nonsensical stories and drive yourself mental. Stop doing it. It's not worth it, I promise. And it may have become a bit of a habit, especially if you're in the early stages of a breakup. It may have become like you wake up, you check their following, or you're middle of the night, you can't sleep because the anxiety is so overwhelming and you check their WhatsApp, whatever the case may be. That urge to do that is actually guiding you, okay, I need to do a meditation. I need to do a breath work. I need to go on a walk. I need to go on a rampage. I need to go and do some exercise, some at-home yoga or some at-home Pilates, whatever the case may be. That I'm going to check their following is actually your time to work on yourself. You checking their following does nothing. You checking their Snapchat score or whatever it is does nothing. Their reposts on TikTok, it changes nothing in your reality. All it does is causes you more pain. And so what you realize is you're actually self-harming to prove that you are unlovable. See, they don't want to be with me because of this, this, and this. There's so much wrong with me. You try and build a case. Stop harming yourself. Stop hurting yourself. When you like yourself, you're not compelled to look at their Instagram, to look at their last scene, to check what they're doing. I think the best thing you can do if you are on WhatsApp, to take your last scene off, so that then you can't even see what they're doing, because once your last scene is off, their last scene is off, right? Stop the insanity and go within, keep going within. The second thing to stop doing, if you're just in the middle of a breakup or you're in no contact, stop posting like you're having the time of your life on Instagram. If you're not, right? Honestly, I was guilty of this. So I went on a date with a guy in the middle of like our breakup. I went on a date with a guy, and this guy had a Lamborghini or a Ferrari, I don't know what it was. And he arrived with this big bouquet of flowers, and I was like, oh God, that it's freaked me out because I'd never met him. He arrived with this big bouquet of flowers, but I was like, photo opportunity. Now, bearing in mind, I do not take photos, and the person that I was with knew that, right? So not the person that I was on a date with, my ex knew that. So suddenly, if your behavior begins to change, they know what you're doing. You think that you're being slick about it, like no one knows. I got this guy to take this picture of me with this big bouquet of flowers and this yellow Lamborghini and posted it on my WhatsApp story. Like, can you imagine the secondhand embarrassment? And when I did meet up with my ex afterwards, he was like, honestly, it was just embarrassing. Like, it was just laughable because I knew what you were doing, right? They know. They know what you're doing. Don't embarrass yourself. Stop trying to be like outside, being like, look at me, look at me, look at me, please love me, please love me, please love me, because that's all that is, right? And so I've embarrassed myself for you, on behalf of you, so you don't have to go through that, right? You don't have to do that. So stop the posting, stop the quotes. You know, you always know when a girl's going through a breakup because she'll start posting quotes all over Instagram. Just stop, right? It's not necessary. Go within. You feel that need to post. Is it authentic? Like, do you want to genuinely post because you're having a great time and, you know, it's normal to post? That's absolutely fine. Or is it like, please like this photo, please, you know, see how hot I look, let me edit this photo so I'm like the hottest girl, and then he sees what he's missing out on. We've all been there, right? It's not worth it. Just relax and keep going within. Now, the third thing to stop doing, and this is really dependent on your situation. For example, if you've just broken up and you are emotional and you're feeling upset and all of this stuff, it's not really the right time to date. So I would say in that time, stop dating. At that time, stop dating. However, if you're in like a no contact situation, it's been a few weeks, a few months, you've been doing self-concept work, you've been working out, feeling good, maybe it is the right time to date. I don't know. You have to decide. I am only now dating after years of being broken up with the ex that basically all these videos are about, right? I'm only now feeling good about dating, and it's so much fun. Dating should be fun. It should be exciting. It shouldn't be like, you shouldn't be in your head. So if you are just in the middle of a breakup, you know, and you're on this date with this person and all you're thinking about is your ex, or when they text you or checking your phone, like, you're not being present, you're not showing up as your best self. It's not fair to that person, but it's also not fair to you because you're hurting yourself even more, wishing that the person opposite you was your ex. All you can think about is what they're doing or who they're with, right? So take that time to kind of neutralize how you're feeling about the ex before you start, you know, deciding who the next is, whether it's the ex or whatever. So that's the things that I would stop doing immediately, whether you're in no contact or whether you've just broken up. So these are the things that you want to immediately begin doing. Work out as little and as often as you can, whether that's 10 minutes on a yoga mat in front of your TV, following something on YouTube, whether that's a 10-minute walk in the morning, 10 minutes at night. You want to get your body moving. You want to move this dormant energy. And the more that you start moving your body, you're going to feel lighter. You're going to look lighter as well. You're going to start actually shedding, you know, whichever fat that you have, or, you know, start seeing some abs, whatever it is. That's going to naturally make you feel incredible. Then you start seeing yourself in the mirror and you're like, damn. And this ties into the next point, which is dress up for yourself, just so that you start feeling top tier. So you start truly believing that you are that prize, because you see when you look in the mirror and you go to the bathroom, I am the prize. I am that guy. I am that girl, right? And so it becomes less believable that they don't want you because you're not worthy, and more believable that actually there is a chance that we could get back together because they'd be lucky to have me. And you kind of go through those emotions of maybe they don't want me because I'm not worthy, to actually they would be lucky to have me. Anyone would be lucky to have me, because of these little things that you start implementing into your daily routine. Now, when you are in this no contact and, you know, the middle of a breakup or whatever, You want to use this no contact as a time to reflect on the relationship. Now, if you've clicked on this video because you want to manifest that ex back, the point is that you're not manifesting that person back. You've already established this relationship does not work for whichever reason. And so when we think about manifesting this person back, we're not. We're manifesting a different version of that person. And so we're using that time to reflect on the relationship, reflect on what happened, reflect on the part that you had to play in it, reflect on the part that they had to play in it, and really take this time to understand what it is that you desire in your next interactions with them or someone else. You want to forget what you feel and remember what you deserve. If you were wronged by this person, how could you even desire to be with that person? If you wronged this person, why did you believe that they deserved that treatment? And what were you believing about yourself? It's really a time for reflection and understanding. Okay, this is what I want, this is what I do not want. But that relationship, that version of that person is not what we are recreating, because the same thing will happen again if there has been no change. This is seeing them in a completely different light. For example, when you answer these questions about this person, every single answer you initially say has to change in order for you to begin seeing them better. So they are known for. It's not like them too. They are the type of person that, fill in the blank, right? However you're viewing them has to completely and radically change. And also how you view yourself at the same time has to change in order for that to come back together as a brand new relationship where you can actually try again in a few weeks or a few months, whatever the case may be. But by this point, you're seeing yourself different. You're also seeing them completely different. It's a brand new relationship with two new people. And some books I would actually recommend to help you along this breakup is Radical Forgiveness, Radical Self-Forgiveness, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, The Power of Positive Thinking, and of course, our favorite on this channel, Love Yourself as If Your Life Depends on It. There's so many more as well, but these are really great to get started on understanding the dynamic of the relationship and also understanding your role to play in the breakdown of the relationship. Another thing is that whether or not you want to rekindle this, you still want to be sending love to that person, to their experiences in their life, because the second that you are bitter about any breakup or not being with them or not hearing from them, you're slagging them off to your friends, you're saying nasty things about their character, you're not changing. You're not changing how you view them, so they cannot change, and you're also not changing how you view yourself, so you cannot change. And so even if you do hear from them in a few weeks or a few months, nothing will change because nothing has changed, right? So it's really important to send that love, that unconditional love. When you like a beautiful flower, you don't pluck it out of the ground because it will die. You let it bloom, you let it do its thing, you give it that space, you give it that love, that unconditional love. I don't need anything from you. I don't expect anything from you. Whatever you need to do, whatever space that you need, I respect that, but I also respect myself, right? And so you take that time to focus on yourself, to glow up differently. And it's not for them. It's not so they can see, like, how good I'm doing. It's never about that. You're glowing up for you so that you can move differently. And when you move differently, you see differently in your reality. You expect different things. You demand different treatment. And you become completely unrecognizable by actually implementing these things. You also want to be imagining, who are you? What does your ideal life and scenario look like by yourself? Being happy with yourself, being happy alone, being happy doing your hobbies, meeting friends, falling in love with your life, romanticizing your life in every way. And when you do feel that fulfillment and that new person comes in, or that an older person comes in and whatever, it's no longer that they are the whole cake. They're just the cherry on the top. And one thing I will say is that I know a lot of people come to this channel because they're manifesting their ex back, and that's what I did. And, you know, we've spoken about this on my videos, but I have to say that the breakdown of that relationship of us no longer being together is the best thing that's ever happened to me in my life. House of Vibrations would never exist. And so you have to find your house of vibrations. What is your passion? What is something that you can monetize, that you love doing anyway, that you're so familiar with? And once you recognize that it was never the person, and it was always the importance that you placed on them, you made them that important, you made them that valuable, you made them that special, you reduced their importance and recognize who you are and what you desire. And suddenly you're not fiending for this person anymore, because they're just not that special. They never were, they never will be. And it's the same for anything in life. The second that you reduce that importance, you begin to actually attract what it is that you want. And so while you may have clicked on this video to manifest your ex back or whatever, I want you to know that please go through the motions. I know you may be in pain right now. I know you may be crying and feeling sorry for yourself and moping around, but please go through the motions without constantly going back and forth, without constantly trying again. Let's try again, let's try again, let's try again. You will waste so many months and years of your life. Instead, just cut it clean, do the inner work. Don't be fiending, don't be begging, don't be crying, don't be sending flowers to the house. Yes, that was me. Just really doing the work and constantly going within. And then in a few months or a year, if you decide, okay, we're both brand new people, let's start again, then do it again. But I promise you, if you have truly done the work and you've truly elevated, they're suddenly not that attractive. So I trust this video helped you manifest. You are worthy, you are loved. I love you and thank you.